Lums Pond State Park today in Bear, Delaware. Lums Pond is easily one of the most beautiful parks in Delaware, so why not bring your kids here? There are a whole bunch of amenities that the kids can enjoy. There's playgrounds, there's tennis courts, there's wide open fields. There are plenty of bathrooms. I know that's important for you guys. The bathroom facilities are actually right behind me. There's even showers if things get really out of hand. But there are a ton of programs here to take kids on. The one that stood out to me the most was the Introduction to Climate Change. It's a program for 6th through 8th graders, which is awesome. And students learn the basic principles behind climate change in the program. They conduct their own research to make predictions about how climate change might actually affect this area. The students are presented scenarios and asked to defend their decisions on the scenarios that impact the park and the environment. It costs usually about $6 to $8 for all of the field trips in the park per student, which isn't too bad. I think that it's doable, and you will have someone out here from the park to help guide you and help point out everything to the students so you're not on your own. When it comes to just looking around the park and observing, I think that even that is really amazing in itself. There's so many different habitats here. The kids see the pond itself, all of the hardwood forests, there's meadows, and there's even whale wallows, which is really stinking cool to show the kids. But the park is awesome, and I can't wait to show you some more of the amenities. This is the map of Lums Pond, so you can see everything that the park has to offer. The pond is huge. It's 200 acres. There's a loop that goes all the way around it. All of the campgrounds are down here. The nature center is right up here. That's where we're at right now. But I would go ahead and bring kids over by the boat ramps too, because they can actually, well, you're not supposed to get in the water, but you can get pretty darn close. One of the main attractions here at Lums Pond is the Whale Wallow Nature Center. Unfortunately, it's closed right now. It's only open between Memorial Day and Labor Day, so I can't go inside and look at anything. But I did peek in the windows, and there's a whole bunch of little small exhibits that you can show the kids. So if it's important for them to see it on their field trip, then I would just plan a field trip for maybe the end of May or so. But there's still a whole bunch of stuff to do around the nature center. Look at this pretty mural. Look at that. Some of the wildlife that you can see in Lums Pond. Although I have never seen a deer in here before. But over here is the sensory loop, and we have a couple bird feeding stations. So a couple other things to keep in mind if you were to bring kids here is that obviously we are outdoors. The kids should be prepared to be trekking around in gosh knows what. Today it's really muddy here because it's been raining all weekend. I've actually whipped out the dorky hiking boots. Probably best to tell kids to not wear open-toed shoes here. Long pants and long sleeves are a good idea considering all of the bugs, and there could be ticks out here. I think that chaperones would also be a good idea for this field trip, just because this park is so ridiculously huge, it can't hurt to have a couple extra hands. I think this area over here would be really cool for after all the programs, or when the kids are ready to eat something. They could come over here, we could talk about everything, discuss what we saw. There's a pavilion up there. Kids are of course more than welcome to bring food into this park. And there are the famous bathrooms right there that we're all worried about. The geese are a little upset with me right now for coming over here and trying to say hi to, oh, okay. Bye guys. Bye. For a field trip, you may want to lay some ground rules with your students, or at least for the students like me that are going to try and get into the water and touch any wildlife. You are not supposed to touch anything here in the park, of course, and you can no longer get in the water. They actually have signs all around the pond that say that swimming is prohibited. I think it's because of the bacteria levels in the water. It's not safe anymore. But you can still rent boats, and you can still fish inside the pond.
Lums Pond is basically the greatest park in all of Delaware, and you should bring your kids here. Bye.